Hey everybody, I hope this video finds you well. I don't really have anything lined up that I want to talk about as far as what's going on in the world out there, but I just want to update you all on my personal situation. Things are going great. Really, like, the new job is great, but even better than that, I got offered another job which I applied for, which is way, way, way better pay, way more rewarding, and it's just right up my alley as far as skill sets goes. And I won't say too much about it as far as specifics, but I'm essentially going to be teaching English to robots. I know, that's a weird one, huh? And me not having a degree, the competition for the job, I'm sure there were plenty of degree-laden academics, but they don't have the skill with language I do. So I completed the test. I passed 2 rounds of interviews while I was, still at the job I'm with currently, and I handed in my notice there yesterday, or emailed in my notice. It wasn't a physical handing in of any documentation. I just sent an email stating, I hereby give you 2 weeks notice that I'm out of here soon. So yeah, I'm going to be part of an artificial intelligence development team where I'm going to have to help categorize language and help the AI to understand spoken language. And I don't know what that entails. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't have experience in such a technical role as this. But what I do know is I have great listening comprehension. I have great reading comprehension skills. I just have a deep understanding of language that most people do not have, including academics. And this is my forte, so I know I'm going to be able to do it, and I know I'm going to be able to do it well. And just, a few weeks ago, I was Mr. Starving Artist, struggling writer with too many cares in the world and not a lot of opportunities available to me, and I was on the verge of poverty, and I couldn't get welfare as I did before, because, I got welfare before, and when I was on government benefits, I didn't spend my welfare money on alcohol and partying like a lot of people do. I spent it to sustain myself while I learned and bettered myself and built myself up both physically and intellectually. So now here I am, years later, and what I have developed myself into is apparently very valuable, because I didn't even finish high school and I've got a really good, fairly high-paying job with one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and it's all because of the time that I put in to develop myself, and I feel great about myself. I mean, really, I did not think that I was going to get the job. I know I completed the test perfectly. They told me that. And I know that I performed fantastically in the interviews because I know how to speak well, and I know about language, and I know how to represent myself linguistically, and I present decently enough, and I put effort into redoing my CV and put great care into writing a very nice cover letter, and that's all it took. So I'm moving up in the world, and like, parts of me don't want to leave the job I'm at now because I'm developing relationships with people. Like, I'm hot shit socially in my current role, like, and I'm only there a few weeks, but I'm making new friends. There are lots of interesting ladies who I was hoping to develop deeper relationships with, and I already am. And maybe before I leave there, I will be exchanging numbers with some people. Like one of my new favorite people, probably my favorite person there, is an Australian guy, and well, I want to stay in contact with him for sure. And there are a couple of other people I really like as well. So, I'll be sad to leave because it's a great social environment and there are lots of awesome people there, and I've really enjoyed my time there. But at the same time, I'm getting almost twice the money. So like, yeah. And as well, it's not just the money, it's the job is so much more interesting and will be so much more rewarding and will allow me to ascend in the hierarchy of what? The corporate world, the business world, the world of commerce, whatever you want to conceive of it as or talk about it as. It doesn't really matter, It's just opening doors for me. And my life is already after improving greatly, and I haven't even begun. So things are getting better for me, and things are going to continue to get better for me because I know I have the ability to succeed no matter what. I don't need to have finished secondary school, high school, whatever you want to call it. I don't need to have finished college. I went to college, but I didn't finish because I was poor and I didn't get a grant. But I was top of 3 of my 4 classes when I was there, and I out-argued lecturers, even the lecturer or the head of the philosophy department. He was, I don't know, I felt he was an intellectual inferior, like a hugely inferior philosopher. And this was when I was much younger too. Like, he could not hang with me as far as argumentation, so, and he was a dick as well, and that's why we argued, and that's why I don't like him and why I'm so willing to say that he is an intellectual inferior, because we didn't like each other, and well, we argued and he couldn't hang, so whatever, like academic philosophers, like going to college doesn't make you a philosopher. Academia doesn't make you a philosopher. Academia makes you less of a philosopher, because instead of understanding the world for yourself, you're just told what to think, and you're basically more likely to do well if you just agree with everything your lecturers say and just memorize what they tell you and don't actually think for yourself and have your own ideas and points of view. That complicates things. So, yeah. I just wanted to make a short video to tell you all I'm feeling happy about my life. Things are going way, way, way better in every regard. I mean, I want to, I'll make a separate video to talk about ladies, because, there's so many ladies that are, so interested in me. And, now that I can, now that I'm in an environment where I can show what I'm made of, I am a spectacle, and people want to listen to me, and people want to be near me, and I feel very good about that. I will keep at my social commentary and my little alternative media venture, but I have some people that give a shit, and I appreciate you greatly, but my channel is very small, and I don't know, it's not growing. So, it's fine. I don't care. I have a life. I feel fulfilled regardless. So, it's not the biggest deal. I'm just thinking the amount of time I put into it. Am I going to, put a lot of time into it today? I was supposed to go record more Vox Pop interviews today with my friend Dave in the city, but I tried to call him yesterday. His phone was off. I left a message. He didn't get back to me. So I just figured I'd go do some shopping, get myself some nice food, because it was a long week, and just take it easy, take a load off, enjoy myself, feast, relax, be merry, rest my weary head for the next week ahead, and 2 weeks my new job that is just so perfect for me, and that is more than I really could have hoped for as far as getting myself on any sort of career path that would be desirable. Like, I wasn't even going to apply for the job because I was like, this sounds like they're just going to hire someone who's some fucking academic with a lot of experience in the field. But then I checked, and it wasn't, you know, one of those horribly exclusionary jobs that requires you to have a degree and 3 to 5 years experience before you can even apply. So I applied because I have a way with language, and I understand language on another level to most people. And, well, they gave me an opportunity, I performed well, and boom, now I have a good job. Awesome. So my life is going to radically change over the coming weeks and months, and things are inevitably going to get better and better for me as far as my personal situation goes. But in the corporate world, obviously, you have to be like PC and pro multiculturalism, or, you know, like I don't have a problem with people of other races or people from other places. Like, as I have said repeatedly in the past, my problem is with policies and the effects of policies and who is in charge of things and who is making decisions and what sort of decisions are they making and how those decisions affect both my life, the lives of those around me, and my country and continent generally, and as well my people, my genetic type. Like, I mean, people don't seem so willing to allow themselves to see the validity of the importance of genetics. And people were all about genetics before, when it was, I don't know, kind of a trendy atheistic trend to just, you know, explain reality through genetics and explain how people are defined through genetics. But now, in the age of social justice, people want to pretend like genetics aren't even a thing, and that the only difference between people from different parts of the world is the fact that they are more or less tan, essentially. And it's more complicated than that, guys. Come on now. Do a little reading, you will find out. And do a little observing in reality. It's pretty apparent, I mean, to me at least anyway, there are fairly glaring differences between different demographics, and that's okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. What is bad are poor policy choices and poorly considered legislation, which affects us all. So, on that note, this is me calmly saying goodbye. Salutations. I hope you're all very well. All my regulars, I love you. I hope you're doing great and enjoy your Saturday. I'm going to go eat something because I'm starved. I've been out all day. So I bid you adieu. And again, hope you're well.